You've been told a lie so comforting, so sweet, and so widely accepted that you never questioned it even once. You grew up hearing that positive thinking is the key to a better life, that optimism is the path to success, that problems disappear if you just stay hopeful long enough. But what no one told you is that this idea, this shiny, innocent idea, may be the most dangerous belief you carry. Because positivity doesn't just blind you, it disarms you. It convinces you that everything will work out, even when the signs are screaming that it won't. And for millions of people, this blindness isn't just costing opportunities, it's costing entire decades of their lives. There is a reason some of the smartest, toughest minds in the world don't rely on positive thinking. They rely on negative visualization. They rely on preparing for the worst, so they're never shocked by it. They understand that optimism might make you feel good, but realism keeps you alive. Because life does not reward people who close their eyes and hope. It rewards people who keep their eyes wide open, even when the truth is uncomfortable. Think of your personal life for a moment. Positive thinking convinces people to stay in broken relationships because things will get better. It makes them tolerate disrespect, neglect, and pain because love will fix it. It turns genuine red flags into yellow flags, then into excuses, then into denial. And by the time reality finally hits, it hits like a truck. The relationship wasn't destroyed because of negativity. It was destroyed because positivity delayed action. In your professional life, positive thinking is even more dangerous. It pushes people to stay in dying industries, sinking companies, and dead-end roles because maybe next year things will change. It convinces entrepreneurs to ignore data, ignore risks, ignore early signs of collapse because you just have to trust the process. And yet the biggest founders, the ones who survive the longest, are the ones who assume everything can fail at any moment. They scan for threats. They prepare for disasters. They treat positivity as a luxury, not a strategy. Even health gets destroyed by positivity. A person feels something wrong in their body, a small pain, a strange symptom. But instead of checking it early, they tell themselves, it'll go away, don't think negative. And sometimes it does go away, but sometimes it doesn't. And when they finally face it, the situation is far worse than it needed to be. They weren't defeated by disease. They were defeated by denial, disguised as optimism. The world convinces you that being positive makes you stronger. But here's the truth. Positivity without awareness makes you fragile. It makes you emotionally weak, financially blind, professionally naive, and personally unprepared. When you only think positive, every difficulty feels like an attack. Every obstacle feels like an injustice. Every setback feels like proof the universe is against you. Because you were never mentally prepared for the possibility that reality can be harsh. Negative thinking isn't the enemy. Negative thinking, when used correctly, is a weapon. It is not fear, it is foresight. It is not pessimism, it is preparation. When you imagine failure before it happens, you build the muscle to survive it. When you imagine loss, you appreciate what you have. When you imagine disappointment, you stop depending on hope and start building skill. This is the secret the world hides from you. Positive thinking soothes you, but negative thinking protects you. There are people who walk around believing everything will magically work out for them. They believe their career will take off, their relationships will last, their health will stay perfect, their plans will unfold beautifully. All because they stay positive. These are the people who get hit the hardest when life shows its true form. Because life does not care about your affirmations. Life does not negotiate with your optimism. Life does not reward your belief. It rewards your preparation. Imagine two people standing at the edge of uncertainty. One says, I trust everything will be fine. The other says, it might collapse. So what will I do when it collapses? The first person feels confident. The second person becomes unstoppable. Because when the world shifts, the first person panics. The second person adapts. When conditions deteriorate, the first person freezes. The second person moves. When failure strikes, the first person breaks. The second person bends, then continues forward. The people who survive life's darkest moments are the ones who saw darkness coming. They don't get destroyed by surprises because they expect surprises. They don't get defeated by uncertainty because they trained for uncertainty. They don't fall apart when results go wrong because they prepared for the worst outcome long before it arrived. Their strength doesn't come from thinking positive. It comes from thinking clearly. Look at history. Look at war. Look at business. Look at relationships. Look at your own past. Every major disaster in your life was preceded by small signals. Signals you ignored because you were trying to stay positive. Every betrayal was preceded by a behavior shift. Every financial loss was preceded by an early warning. Every heartbreak was preceded by a moment you brushed off. The disaster didn't come from nowhere. Your positivity just refused to see it. So here is the uncomfortable truth. Stop trying to be positive. Start trying to be prepared. Stop trying to manifest good things. Start defending yourself against bad ones. Stop repeating affirmations. Start taking precautions. Stop chasing a perfect future. Start building resilience for an imperfect reality. Life becomes easier not when you expect good things, but when you can handle bad things without breaking. Life becomes calmer, not when everything goes right, but when you're no longer afraid of things going wrong. And life becomes powerful not when you think positive, but when you see the world exactly as it is, and still choose to move forward. If you want to become unstoppable, don't fill your mind with positivity. Fill it with readiness. Fill it with resilience. Fill it with awareness. Because the strongest version of you isn't the one who believes nothing will go wrong. It is the one who knows everything can go wrong and still stands tall.